We, the jury, find the defendant, Deshawn Longmire, guilty of murder as charged in the indictment.
That breaking news happening just moments ago, a guilty verdict in the murder of Houston Pastor Ronald Mouton.
Deshawn Longmire convicted in the 2022 road rage killing. Pastor Mouton's family getting the verdict that they were hoping for. Again, this happened just minutes ago. Our Rochelle Turner joining us now live from the courthouse.
Andy, Lisa, good afternoon to you. Right now, the judge has called a lunch break, and at 1:45 is when they will start the sentencing phase for Deshawn Longmire. But I want to show you right here outside the 208th District Court. These are members of Pastor Mouton's family. And right here, the attorney in the white suit is with the state, but on the other side is Pastor Mouton's twin brother, Roland. And I just spoke to him right before this hit. I asked him what his immediate action was when they received that guilty verdict. He told me that he was satisfied and that they were praying and hoping for a guilty verdict. But the family is going to wait until the sentencing phase to give their final statements along with prosecutors. But it was a lot of emotion inside of the courtroom when I got here about an hour ago. There was a lot of people praying. They were rocking back and forth. They were looking around the courtroom waiting for the judge to call the jury back in. And once she did, she said that it was a unanimous vote and it was very quick. She said, we find the defendant, Deshawn Longmire, guilty. Now, I did have a chance to look over at Mr. Deshawn Longmire. He didn't have any emotion on his face. Now, throughout this trial, we have seen him testify on the stand, and he said in his testimony that he remembers when that shooting happened that day. He said that he remembers Pastor Mouton driving behind him very aggressively, honking his horn, and them exchanging words before he rolled down his window and opened fire. But during this trial, the state provided a lot of video evidence, a lot of pictures and surveillance from many restaurants and businesses nearby that put Deshawn Longmire at that location. They were able to pinpoint his exact speed when he was driving in that car. They also pulled his Uber records from that area, and they were able to learn a lot of new information. We also learned that after the shooting, he actually went to Academy and wanted to buy a barrel for his handgun. So it was a lot of testimony, a lot of back and forth yesterday, and it brought us here today where the judge and the jury has voted or decided on a unanimous verdict. But again, just a live look. You can see this is Pastor Mouton right here hugging, this is his brother, twin brother, hugging Pastor Mouton's wife. Several of his family members are here, as well as his church members are here. And we're in the break right now. We'll be in this break for about an hour, but throughout this whole week, a lot of them have had a lot of emotions. They didn't know what was going to happen. They just wanted justice for their family. As you may know, Pastor Mouton was remembered as a loving father, an uncle, a pastor in his community. He was known to so many people. And when he died back in 2022, his family just couldn't believe it. I was one of the first people to speak with his daughter, and she couldn't understand why someone would want to take her father's life. And so they had to wait 3 long years before the trial started. And it was a very quick trial. Pre-trial was on Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we heard arguments from both the state and the defense. And then we are here today where they had closing arguments. It took less than 3 hours, and then we reached that guilty verdict. But we're going to stay on top of this story. I'll be here throughout the evening, and we're going to have the sentencing phase starting at 1:45, and then that's when we will be able to speak with the state and the defense, as well as speak to the family just about what this guilty verdict means to them. But for now, Lisa, Andy, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Certainly has been such a long and emotional journey for the pastor's family. Rochelle, thank you.